Today, how you start your morning isn't just a routine, it's the blueprint for success. Hey, let's talk about it. Today, mornings with Keith and friends. Hey, there we go. Boom. Good morning. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab. We start the weekly loop where we break down what it takes to dominate the day, take those bold risks, and hold yourself accountable to your biggest goals. Kyle Thomas joining us. He knows a thing or two about turning morning routines into launch pads for peak performance. Listen, the guy was Uber's 250th employee. Think about that. We're going to talk about the 10 most important principles of building muscle in the gym.
No one to brag about being so in tune with their circadian rhythm. That's the time I've ever heard anyone brag about that.
It's some work to get that son of a bitch dialed in. You don't just say, hey, circadian rhythm, get in place so I can wake up before my alarm. It takes some fucking work to get it. Why not do humans being waste so much fucking time about plus or minus an hour? 1 hour loss of sleep and people are fucking croaking.
People aren't focused on doing shit. And that's why they're worried about the time. Because they're not doing shit.
The only morning show that helps you guys achieve those big, audacious goals, those accountable goals. We start every single day, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. We know that Taylor Swift has done just a really great job creating product market fit. You either are a fan or not a fan. She's very intentional with her language, very intentional with her music, and her audience is perfect.
You don't even have to make any fucking sense when you talk. That's how important it is. If you know your audience, you don't even have to make any sense. If you know your audience really well, you don't even have to make sense when you're talking to them.
Mornings are the key to your fucking day. They are the key to your day. We own them. How you start your day is exactly how you live your life. You miss enough mornings, suddenly the whole year is gone. How you start your morning sets the tone for your career and your life. He went from Cubicle guy to Uber's 250th employee and later became a VP at a Y Combinator startup.
I woke up, went downstairs, coffee was brewed, and I've got 3 kids, a 7-year-old, a almost 5-year-old, and a almost 2-year-old. And so it went straight into breakfast and lunches and trying to get everybody ready for the day.
You're either going to do it tonight or you're going to do it tomorrow morning. And you're going to have a lot more serenity doing it tonight. It's almost like you get to make a choice what kind of life you want to lead. Because as you said, it's organized chaos. If you can organize it even more and bring more serenity and joy to your life, why not make that simple switch?
It's not just about what you do, it's about what you decide not to do. The day starts with the night before. What do you do the day before so you can start with a great morning?
I quit that job, moved to New York City, landed this job as an early Uber employee. I was waking up way earlier than I did in Seattle. I was trying to be the first person into the office to open the door to get my work done. And then I was staying many nights until 11 p.m. We were working weekends and things like that. Everyone was just so excited about what we were building and the impact that we were having and the product that we were creating. We were answering hundreds of tickets from riders and drivers every single day or every single week. And so we were doing everything. It's not the fastest man who wins the race, it's the one who slows down the least. And I think that's true in your career.
Pull back on the throttle and make sure you don't do anything less than a walk. You got to keep walking, keep moving forward, because you'll get your breath back and you'll find a new pace that you can keep.
A lot of people think caffeine is the only way to wake up, and that's not true. All right, we're going to talk about some dynamic movements to help you fire your body up, wake your body up, and get your day going.
It's about getting intentional with those right habits that move the needle in your career and life.
What's like the minimum amount of work that you can do today that you can maintain consistently?
People want to immediately go to creating a system around training the body, when in actuality, we got to train the mind first. And so when you create the system around the wrong thing, it doesn't yield the results.
Oftentimes it's more about subtraction than it is about addition. Like subtract down to just like what is the essential thing.
When you show up, magic happens. When you move your feet, momentum happens. You create movement. What happens, Johnny?
Progress, baby. Progress. This little bit every day, and it stacks up, man. It's just the way it works. It's a simple formula, and if people just grab a hold of the simplicity of showing up, life will change. And you see the fruits of your labor very quickly. Jesus Christ, stop eating McDonald's and you get that job done. You take these concepts, you find your individual formula, you put them together, you twist them, you make it work for you. Your kids don't give a shit what you say. They care what you do. Dude normally is this little fucking voice that fucks with us all goddamn day. You stick a sock in that son of a bitch's mouth, all of a sudden you see clearly. Discipline is doing the shit that you need to do when you don't want to do it.
Let's talk about how we can get started at intermittent fasting and how we can teach discipline around that. I don't want my kids growing up thinking that I got to count how many fucking carbohydrates are in my cauliflower.
Never in my my fucking wildest dreams would I think that I would be on camera doing what I just did. Here we are. We can all grow.
She's just crushing life underneath the guise of...
When you react to somebody, you're giving that person the power of changing and altering your day. I personally don't give anyone the ability to get control of my day. I'm not letting somebody have control of my day, period. End of story.
Reach out first after that heated exchange. Put your emotional intelligence on the table and be the first one to increase that happiness.
There's a problem here. There's a challenge. How are we as a team going to work together to solve it and both have responsibility in that?
Gratitude is one of the most powerful things that we can embrace and show to yourself and to the other person.
The human brain doesn't have the capability to feel anxiety and gratitude at the same time. So you have control of getting rid of that feeling that's got you all fucked up and bringing in a feeling that's going to make you feel more grounded and ready to move forward with whatever situation has got you on edge. We don't all have to agree to get along. Sleep is it is the most anabolic factor we know as human beings. You can talk about PEDs, you can talk about eating right, you can talk about whatever you want. But sleep is the top of the food chain. If you show up, you're going to get ahead of 80% of people. And if you could put yourself in that top 20%, probably be pretty happy with your results.
Your body is either getting better or getting worse. You're not staying the same.
If you don't use it, you lose it. It's never been more true as a male gets older. I wasn't doing this movement enough in my life, and I lost that movement. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Half the nation likes to use their phones while they're having sex. Muscle memory is totally a crock.
Look like a
Was you trying to be the little
octopus,
the
man. Look at
dealership
that.
thing?
Yeah,
At the dealership, John didn't play team sports. Wrestling and
That's
bodybuilding,
true.
he's every
just
man
that
for
one-on-one.
himself.
If you're not selling, you don't have a business, period. If you're not selling yourself, if you're not selling your value add, if you're not selling your market differentiation, if you're not selling an offer that people actually need, you don't have a business.
Motivation's fleeting. Motivation is going to get you nowhere. Discipline will get you everywhere. And small habits will drive business success. You probably got to say no to more things than you're actually saying yes to.
You just got to be there. You just got to be there because there's a potential opportunity there.
So showing up to you equates to committing. So when you show up, you feel like you have to commit. And then once
Show up is someone presents you with an opportunity.
So when I think about bootstrapping a business and building a business, I think about it in the same way when you build a house. So when you build a house, you don't build just one room. Okay, I'm done the bathroom. In the old days, I think that when you have SMART goals, you have no ability to be flexible. You're like, no, I got to stay on this. I got to get this done.
I think where a lot of entrepreneurs struggle, where I have struggled, is that when it comes to a business, maybe there is a clear structure.
If you want to start a business or get into business, go and get in the gym first. Go run a marathon, go do something in the gym so you can learn about enjoying the journey. Stop your business plan. Get moving, as Jon Andersen would say, create momentum and figure shit out along the way. Iterate, iterate, iterate. So I invite you to say no to something so you can say yes to a lot more.